Day 10 of Michigan's public universities announced the Michigan Assured Admissions Pact. Under this agreement, all 10 schools guarantee admission to any in-state high school graduate with a 3.0 or higher GPA.
Schools which locally include U of M's Flint and Dearborn campuses, as well as Oakland University, Eastern and Central, plus Wayne State, said the impact will make it easier for applicants to understand, and it will also encourage more to apply.
Here with us tonight is Kelly Fleming, Senior Associate Director of Admissions at Oakland University. Kelly, thanks so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So how did this all come about? That's a major agreement to get this many universities involved and to agree to one pretty wide-reaching policy.
It definitely is. It was really a discussion that started about a year ago with the Michigan Association of State Universities approaching the public schools in Michigan about some opportunities that they thought would be good for Michigan families, and some other states were doing similar processes or developing some similar things. So they really wanted to start the discussion on how that could really help Michigan families.
Each of the universities we've been talking about here have dropped in admissions. Do you think this will get it going in the right direction, or do you really believe it comes down to just financial aid and not being able to afford to go to some of these schools?
Yeah, I think that's a great question. I think it's unfortunately a little bit complex, and there's a lot of things that students and families are really considering when they're going to a school and if they're going to apply to a school. And I think we're seeing a lot of conversation around going to school just being anxiety-inducing and confusing, and families are just feeling a little bit unsure. And so I think the public institutions in Michigan really wanted to find a way to provide access to these institutions that they know are a good fit for a lot of students, and that there is a lot of aid available, and there's a little bit of a process to learn about and go through to earn that money. But we want to make sure that students who will have that available to them have every opportunity to take advantage of it.
So it seems a lot of schools are struggling with enrollment right now. Can you kind of give us an idea of what does that look like, not only at Oakland, but around Michigan, especially in these past few years since the pandemic?
Yeah, it's been very challenging, and students have a lot of options, and we know that. We know that there's a lot of really great institutions for them to choose from, and we want to make sure that we're providing every opportunity for them to take advantage of an education and an experience that will propel them into a career that they really want to pursue and be able to kind of create a life that they really dream for themselves. And I think that starts with helping them understand what's available to them as far as the education, and that, you know, we don't want misconceptions and this mysterious process to deter students who could do really great things with a college education.
What are some of those mysterious processes, and what is so difficult here, do you think, for people to understand? What has been really the issue?
Yeah, I think the challenge is we have 15 Michigan public institutions, and we all have a little bit of a different process, and that's why it took us a year to kind of really talk about what are we going to do to make this easy on students? How do we really develop something that will work for a wide variety of students? And so I think they really took the time to make sure that we kind of got things in line that would really work for them. So I think those are some of the things that kind of just make people really nervous. And really the process is students will still need to submit applications. Some institutions like Oakland have a free application, some provide a fee waiver, so we don't want that to deter students on the financial side. And then they will need to fill out a financial aid application, which is being simplified this year, and we're hopeful that that will be easier on families as well. And once they do that, they can take advantage of potentially some state-funded aid for their education, and each institution then could admit them. And they can apply to more than one institution. We would encourage them to do so. And every institution has a team of people that are ready and waiting to help them with that process. So they're welcome to reach out.
Is there any concern that guaranteeing admission based on this one criteria would somehow lower the bar or lower the standards for admission at these schools?
Yeah, I think that's a common question we get from families, but I think we're looking for best fit students, and I think we want to make sure that we know students are going to be successful, and we feel very confident that students are being well prepared and that they will go on to do great things. We also know we have admitted students for many years under these processes, and we know that they do really well. So I think we're feeling really confident about it, and that students will be able to choose a path once they get here. Like, not every student's experience will be identical. They'll be able to really create their own experience once they're on campus.
Well, Kelly Fleming, Senior Associate Director of Admissions at Oakland University, we appreciate you being with us tonight and sharing this insight.
Thank you so much.